It is time now to go on the road as we do each and every Friday in the summer. And this morning, we are living a sailor's life over at Battleship Cove in Fall River, where you can find the largest collection of historic naval ships in the world. Brendan is there live this morning getting a first-hand look at all of the fun to be had this season. Welcome aboard. Hey, Brendan.
Ahoy. Yes, ahoy, Will. Captain Kirby is here. I suppose if you get down here, you could be my first mate. I don't know, buddy. We'll see how you do down here. But we are live at gorgeous Battleship Cove, as you said, here in Fall River. Summertime is here. You're probably thinking to yourselves, what do? We need a fun activity to do with the kids. We want to teach them something as well, something with historical significance. This is the place. And here now to tell us all about this fine location is Executive Director John McDonough. Good morning, John.
Good morning. How are you?
I am great. It's so nice for us to be back here. The renovations are just stellar. Talk about all the great things happening here.
Well, first of all, we've been here since 1965. We probably have nearly 7 million people have come to visit Battleship Cove. It's an enormously important historic collection of enormously important ships that served our country, that served you and I, and kept us safe. Our visitors come from all over the world. They pretty much come mostly from a 50, 75-mile radius. They are all ages. We have veterans, we have little kids, we have a vibrant scouting overnight program. So you probably came as a kid.
I did, yes, and I loved it.
Yeah, they all do, and it's memorable. And most recently, we reinstalled a lot of the exhibits with a new interpretation program, thanks to a very generous grant. The new interpretation program allows us to peel back the steel and really get a sense of the lives of the people who served on these ships. And our guests are just raving about it.
Because not only are you coming down here to have some fun and have a great day, but you really are honoring those that served for us, as you just alluded to.
Absolutely. We are, in fact, the official memorial of World War II and every conflict since, including 9/11. We'll have a great big ceremony here on 9/11 that morning. And so that's really a very serious part of the work we do. People come to Battleship Cove. They're also coming to Fall River's waterfront. And most recently, in December, in fact, we completed the merger with the Maritime Museum, just a block and a half away that way. And visitors are amazed. That's been completely reinstalled. We have ship models in there. We have the largest Titanic model in the world.
It's awesome.
It's unbelievable.
You know, and it's just a short drive away from where we are, straight shot down 195, easy access. I actually rode my bike down here, if you could see down there. I locked it up right over there, so I'm keeping an eye on it as the morning progresses, but really easy to get here.
It's exit 5. You can't miss it. Free parking. You can spend the day here. There are wonderful restaurants. I think your listeners, viewers, know that the food in Fall River is out of this world.
It certainly is, and we look forward to spending the entire morning here. John, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
We're going to learn more as the morning goes on, you guys. A beautiful location right here at Battleship Cove. For now, back to you.
It's time now to go on the road back to Battleship Cove. This historic landmark is located just over the Rhode Island border in Fall River. So, of course, we had to check out the largest collection of historic Navy ships in the world. Brendan has been there live all morning long, scoping out the museum. How's it going, buddy?
Hey, Will, it's going great out here in beautiful Fall River. Battleship Cove is a spectacular location. They've done so much work, so much restoration, just preparing this place for the next 100 years. Just a tremendous sense of history going on here. And to expand upon that a little bit more, we have a few curators with us. We have Donald Shannon, of course, and Liz York. We'll get to you in a minute, Donald. Don't worry, buddy. We'll start with Liz here. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's so nice for us to be here. When you walk right onto this campus, this great area, you are immediately taken back, and you accept that sense of history. It really is enlightening. But talk about the restoration of this helicopter behind us, because that's really where your focus has been.
Right, yes. So this is a Bell UH-1 Iroquois, otherwise known as a Huey. She's really an iconic piece of the Vietnam War. Vietnam War was really a helicopter war, and she's really one of those iconic pieces of it. And so we're working on the restoration of her at the moment. We've just replaced some parts on her, like her skids right at the bottom there. We're restoring her really not to showroom condition, because she was a utility aircraft. We're restoring her to look like she was part of the war. So we're going to have her look a little bit used, a little bit worn in, just like she would have been coming out of Vietnam. This helicopter herself served 2 tours in Vietnam from 67 to 69. In 69, she was hit by enemy fire and suffered a hard landing. And then she, after repairs, she returned to Vietnam and was there until 72. So we really want to represent that fact and, show reverence for the Vietnam veterans that would have flown with her.
Absolutely. That's a lot of information. You'd be great on Jeopardy.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind.
And Liz, we'll turn our attention now to Donald. For you, these PT boats, what's the significance of these? And talk about how people can really get up close and personal.
Well, you can really get up and actually touch the PT boats. They're wooden boats. Used in World War II. We have the only 80-foot Elco PT boat on display in the world. And our Higgins boat was actually used in John F. Kennedy's inaugural parade in 1961. So these are very rare vessels, so they're a special part of the exhibit.
And certainly you work here, but it's so much more than work. I mean, what does it mean to you to be a part of that sense of history, to know that you're really carrying that on for people in future generations?
Well, it's very rewarding to me. I've met thousands of PT boat veterans over the years, and I get to share the experience with the visitors who are very enthusiastic when they come through the cove.
Sure. And for you, Liz, similarly, is it some pride that you have because you're knowing, as you said, you're really honoring those veterans, but preserving it for those next generations?
Right, yes. There is a sense of pride because really everything we have here is because of veterans. Like the ships, it's all because of the men who served on board. Same with the helicopters and our aircraft. It's all because of the people who served. That's why we're here. We're here to preserve it for them.
Making that ultimate sacrifice for us. Well, Donald, Liz, you've done an incredible job here, but you are both to be commended for your efforts. Thanks for joining us here this morning.
Thank you.
All right, it's our great pleasure to be here. Thank you, Liz.
Thank you.
All right, there's much more to come from Battleship Cove, you guys. As if you haven't seen enough, I'm going to be getting on one of the ships in a moment. Yes, I'll don that life preserver, and we're going to have some more fun from Battleship Cove in just a bit. For now, back to you. I have made my way up onto the deck of the USS Massachusetts here at Battleship Cove in Fall River. It's a gorgeous day. If you're looking for something to do this weekend, any day during the summer, this is a great place to be. And I am flanked here by some cutouts, and you're probably wondering, what is the significance of them? Well, we are in luck because we have the Director of Education here at Battleship Cove, Emily Hall, joining us here this morning. Emily Bryant, excuse me. How are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
It's so nice to be back here with you. Talk about your role here. You really are keeping history alive and really educating those next generations about everything that they need to know, aren't you?
We are. Yes, that's a lot of what I do here. And I did that specifically through this new interpretation project and these sailors that you see. I think a lot of visitors come here and they're in awe with the technology, our 16-inch gun, the engine room. But I think what they forget is that there were men, crew members behind all of these technologies. So you had 125 guys working in the gun mount firing the gun. You had guys down in the engine room working in 120-degree temperatures to keep the ship's 4 propellers moving. So we've tried to, in this new project, take these sailors and show that there were men behind all of this stuff you see.
You really can immerse yourself in the life of a sailor, so to speak. And these cutouts, these are of actual servicemen who were on this ship in World War II, correct? Talk about how you put that project together.
Yeah, so these are, you'll see when you come to Battleship Cove now, lots of sailors standing around our ship guiding you. We did a campaign to all the former crew members and their families, asking for their photographs, asking for their scrapbooks and documents and stories. And we got a great response. And so a lot of these guys you see were photos we had never seen. We blew them up. They're around the ship to greet you. And we also have things on our signs, that new stuff we found that will teach you about what life was like.
What an incredible way to honor them and their families and, of course, to educate those youngsters.
Definitely. We do this for the veterans. I came into this job Navy 101. I didn't know anything. I don't come from a Navy family, and I've learned really most of what I've learned are from our veterans.
That's great stuff. And for you, how, I was chatting with our other guests earlier, just talk about how rewarding it is for you to be preserving that and to sort of be innovative at the same time, to always continue to grow and evolve so that this place can be preserved.
Yeah, we have to do that. We're coming up on this generation where they're dying, right? We don't have many left to tell their stories. So we do focus on telling their stories for them through our exhibits, through our tours and that kind of thing, and through our program. Like you said, we try to be innovative.
And there's been so many changes. Speaking of that innovation, we've been out here live before, but in the time since we've been here, you've grown and evolved so much, and you're really always, searching for that new way, that new hook, and it seems like you've really captured it here.
Hopefully. Absolutely. Yeah. If people want to be hands-on, certainly. I think we're unique in that we're not a museum with much under glass. And so naturally we're a museum. You can touch things. You're running up and down ladders, turning knobs. And we've just enhanced that with our new exhibits.
Are you saying I can run around the ship and press all the buttons I want?
You can do that. It's not going to go anywhere, but you can do that.
All right, so I can at least have that feeling. Emily, great to have you here with us this morning.
Thank you so much.
Emily Bryant, of course, Director of Education here at Battleship Cove. She's doing a great job. The whole crew here is doing a really great job of making this an incredible spot where you can not only learn, but really, as I said, immerse yourself in the true life of a sailor. Come on out this summer. It's a great place. For now, back to you.